Hi Gemini, I am the Awakened Dreamer, and I'm here to give you your monthly general tarot reading for the month of January 2021 to begin this new year. And I do want to, of course, take this moment to, as always, thank you genuinely for your likes and comments and subscriptions if you're brand new to this lovely channel. And I meditated on your energy overall for the month before beginning this reading. And the message that came through was to begin an abundant year. To begin an abundant year. Love it. So let's get started. Let's first pull a message or two from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. Some shuffling first. And for those of you who are brand new to the channel, first and foremost, welcome. And as well, it's good to be aware that I, excuse me, do take flyer or jumper cards when shuffling, and with an exception, when guided to, I pull from the bottom or the top of the deck. Just good to be aware of. And this is a general tarot reading for the month of January for the sign of Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Because it is general, take what resonates and leave the rest for somebody else, okay? All right, let's do some shuffling. And what do we have for Gemini to begin this reading for January 2021? This is a very common card in these readings this month. Keep them coming. What else do we have? Thank you, Spirit, for Gemini. We got some there. We're starting off with a change in the wind. This is the card that I was saying is quite common in these monthly reads so far. For January, it just feels like things are definitely changing for you, Gemini, as it may feel like things, and it's coming through very similarly in each of them. It may feel like things have been a bit of a struggle recently. It may feel like 2020 was a rough year, having all its obstacles to overcome. But it just does feel like the oral message says you're beginning an abundant year. The wind is changing. Things are transforming for you in a beautiful way. Your luck is changing. And then we have Unfinished Symphony. It feels like as you're entering into a beautiful new phase, an abundant phase, of course, starting the new year, there is some unfinished business with somebody or, within a situation. You automatically just thought about, what it is for you, but, or there's just simply there's something you haven't said that you need to say in order to get it out of the way, get it out of your system so you can just move on from whatever it is. So you can take advantage of all this abundance you have ahead of you. And then we have Between Worlds. It may feel like you're sort of in between sort of a struggle phase and a more abundant phase. It may feel like you're sort of stepping into it, stepping into the light, stepping towards all that good stuff, that abundance. Remember, abundance can come in so many different forms. Not just money. But don't be surprised if you feel like things are sort of very much in between. And then we have building blocks for the fourth one. And it feels like as you start this great year that you have ahead of you, you're building things from the ground up. It may feel like you've had to cut people, places, and situations out recently, or that you've had tower moments where they were stripped from your life. And so it puts you in a situation where you have nothing to do but build it, brick by brick, block by block, from the ground up. And that's exactly what you're doing. Whether it's with your job or your home life or your relationships or just all of, the above, your life in general. It's going to be different for everybody because it is general, but it does feel like you're building things, starting fresh. Can have its advantages, And let's continue by pulling a few messages from the tea leaf deck. It is quite large, so I've split up the 200 cards into two small piles. Just give me a moment while I figure out which one to go with. Got this one. Alrighty, Spirit, what do we have to continue this reading for Gemini? Oh, those came out together. What else do we have for Gemini? I'm going to go with those three. We're going to read this one first. Bridge, successfully overcoming a problem. Nice. So whatever problem you do seem to have to deal with throughout the month of January, it feels like the year will start with, you know, maybe a little struggle here or a little struggle there. It just feels like you're shedding off those struggles, if you know what I mean, as you make your way into the new year. So, you know, you're gonna have a few obstacles left over to overcome, but clearly you're going to successfully overcome them. And then we have boat. Money or property through an inheritance, winning or windfall. Love it. This reading is all about abundance, my friend, and clearly there's going to be some sort of windfall or inheritance, you know, of some sort. Winning. Nothing but positivity from this card. I'm hearing you'll be so happy to receive it. In the third one, we have crib. Birth or conception of a child or enterprise. It's giving me a very Empress card feeling. It feels like you're giving birth to a new life. You're giving birth to, on the side, creations could be like a business, a project, your art, but it feels like giving birth to a new life for you. Giving birth to a new form of luck. So let's continue by doing some shuffling so we can pull 6 tarot cards for the month. Simple 6-card spread, if you will. One shuffle. Second shuffle. And I just feel like right off the bat, out of all 12 signs, it does feel like Gemini and Libra are going to have the most amazing, the most abundant year. Just a gut feeling. I kind of got that through a message the other day. But no offense to the other signs. I love all of you equally, but it just feels like good news for you. You and Gemini, well, you and Libra rather, will be having what looks like the best year out of all. Nice. All right, what do we have for Gemini to continue this monthly read for January? What else do we have? Keep them coming for our lovely Geminis for January 2021. Interesting. Keep them coming for our lovely Geminis. Thank you, Spirit. Awesome. And we're going to pull the last 3 from the top of the deck. Ooh, the Sun card, my friend, at the bottom of the deck. Absolutely. It's just reminding you that you're entering a new phase, a new chapter, a new adventure, a year full of abundance and happiness and joy. Yes, we're definitely taking that. All right, so we're starting off with the King of Swords. So you start the month and I forget who else got this card in their January reading. I want to say it was right before this for Aquarius. But anyways, you start the month feeling very honest, very confident, very wise. You can see we have an owl here, all about knowledge and wisdom and learning from what you've been through. You know, the struggles that 2020 brought you are leaving you feeling stronger and wiser and ready to tackle whatever comes your way. And again, it feels like, yeah, okay, a few leftover issues and struggles to deal with, but for the most part, it prepared you for really an abundant, amazing year ahead of you. You know, with a few struggles, of course, life isn't perfect, but it does also feel like on going back, whatever this unfinished symphony is what I'm being drawn back to. Whatever you have yet to say, whatever is unsaid, given the fact that you start off the month feeling very, very honest, do not be surprised when that just kind of resurfaces, when you just sort of find yourself in a situation where you tell that person or that group exactly how you truly feel about something. And then we're moving on to, and it's side by side with this, a change in the wind. And it feels like things are changing. You're no longer moving forward into this beautiful chapter, going to keep your opinions to yourself. I mean, it's not like you're going to be abrupt. I do feel like you'll be productive in the way you do tell people how you feel, when you're being honest, but it doesn't feel like you're going to just kind of like bite your tongue anymore moving forward. It's another way that there's a change in the wind. Beautiful. And then we're moving on to the 10 of Wands in reverse. And it feels like you did some adjusting towards the end of 2020, very Queen of Swords, cutting people, places, and situations out, or making adjustments in general to your routine, to your life in general, in order to kind of remove some burdens or to minimize the stress in your day-to-day life. And so it feels like you start the year kind of going into it feeling just that, feeling a little bit lighter, feeling less burdened, feeling like you can kind of head on this new journey, feeling more free, feeling less weighed down. And once especially after you're able to voice how you're really feeling about whatever this was for you or whatever it is, again, you're left feeling even less burdened, less weighed down. Because it's almost like it just, when you just kind of get it off your chest. It feels like a weight off your shoulders. So we're moving on to the 4 of Wands. And so you finish off the first half of the month feeling like, you know what? I'm proud of myself. I'm going to celebrate. Also just feeling good about you in general. Even putting all of this aside, for some reason you just kind of make your way through the first half of the month, or at the very least finish off feeling very good about yourself and what you've achieved up until this point, what you've overcome. So you're like, you know what? I'm going to celebrate. And also is just another bit of abundance that comes in at this point from the universe to kind of reward you for whatever occurred throughout this point in the month. And so that's just a small taste of what's to come, a small piece of abundance to come. And I feel like you're also reminded at this point the quality soul connections you do have in your life. We are moving on to the second half of the spread / month with the Queen of Swords. And so you start the second half of the month feeling very, again, very confident, but even more so, it just keeps going up and up. So I can only imagine where you'll be by the end of the year. But nonetheless, but remember, the Queen of Swords, like I was just saying in the beginning, where I feel like you were kind of that way at the end of 2020, all about cutting people, places, and situations out that no longer work for you. And that's exactly what I think you will do. You realize, you know what, just getting that off my chest, voicing that, not having to have that, within me anymore, left me feeling a lot lighter and more free, less burdened. And then also thinking back to some of the adjustments you made in 2020, you decide there's going to be another situation I need to cut out, whether it's a person, again, a place, just a situation in general. And side by side with this, it's aligned with this King of Swords. I mean, the fact that you have the King and the Queen of Swords coming out, beautiful. And the fact that they're aligned. And it just feels like as you make necessary adjustments, you continue to do so, you're going to even feel more honest, more confident, more wise, more in your power. Because you're doing what's right for you at the end of the day. You're trusting your intuition, your gut feeling. Beautiful. And you're trusting what you've been through in the past. And it's side by side with this unfinished symphony. And it feels like potentially whoever it is that you needed to get that off your chest to, you may just simply cut them out of your life altogether. Very interesting. It could be something completely separate, but either way, you are feeling very, you can see how her chin is up in the air. You're just like, you know what? Yep. Gemini, I'm going to do what I have to do. So we're moving on to the Strength card. And so you're left in the middle of the second half of the month feeling so strong. So strong. You're reminded that you are a force to be reckoned with. You know, and it's aligned with this Ten of Wands. And you also are reminded that when you continue to make adjustments to lessen your burdens moving forward, you are feeling even stronger because of it as a result. And you're also as well reminded that the possibilities are endless when you take care of you, when you do what's right for you at the end of the day. And we're finishing off with the Hierophant card. And so you finish off the month feeling so good. I mean, and then we have the Sun card after that. So you finish the month off feeling so good and happy, and it's exactly where you're meant to be. You know, feeling very abundant, feeling like the Ace of Cups, your cup is overflowing. But, you know, this card from this deck typically comes through is don't get distracted from your ideal path, though. Make sure you move into February and in the following months, and you do what you need to do. You achieve what you need to achieve, because that's going to make you even more content, more fulfilled, and even happier, feeling even more abundant. It's part of your destiny. And then let's continue by pulling a crystal for you. See which crystal would benefit you in the month of January and moving forward. What do we have for Gemini? Thank you, Spirit of Crystal, for Gemini. Oh, and the Hierophant's aligned with the Four of Wands, and I feel like you're gonna, on two notes, feel the need to celebrate feeling so good and feeling so peaceful and calm and strong, but also whatever you need to not forget to get back to is what you'll be celebrating as well. All right, what do we have for Gemini? What crystal do we have for Gemini? Thank you, Spirit. Bear with me, we'll get there. Alrighty. We have Carnelian. Beautiful. So as you can see, there's multiple categories in the back. I'm not going to read them all to you, so I'll just take a moment and figure out what to share. All right, where to put it? Wherever you want to inject some passion and confidence, and then when to use it, when you find your creativity on sleep mode. And let's finish off this beautiful reading by pulling a message or two from the, ooh, love it. I can't even get it out. From the Small Star Seeds deck. Do we have another message or two for Gemini to wrap up this beautiful reading? Thank you, Spirit. All right, so the first one out was Strength. I love it. You are being guided by the cosmos. Stay strong. A positive outcome is assured. Absolutely. And you had the Strength card come out, my friend. We're putting this right here. I mean, what more do you need as a reminder of how strong you truly are? And then we have Courage. Live your life fearlessly. with courage, strength, and determination. And last but not least, fruition. Rest assured, your dreams and visions will come to fruition as you make your way into this beautiful, abundant year. And with that said and done, I once again more than appreciate all of your likes, comments, and subscriptions to the channel. I hope this reading was truly helpful. More importantly, I hope you have the most amazing month, and I'll see you next time. Bye, Gemini.